Then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods.
Then the serpent said to the woman,
Maybe this is like the slow changing of this realm that we're sort of manifesting through this realization.
It seems like it. It seems like it. It seems like it. And yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's the most fascinating thing I've come across. And I'm not saying anything's more important. I always tell people there is no ultimate truth. There's always more. I give just as much due to flat Earth and 9/11 research and Mandela effect. But as far as a phenomenon that's just absolutely insane, this is different. This isn't like digging through NASA lies or NIST lies for 9/11 and digging through deception. As grand as those deceptions are and as much influence as they have and as important as they are, super, super, super important, everybody goes through their roads. But now we're talking about reality is absolutely malleable. It also throws into question time. If time is just a complete artificial construct, because it's starting to seem like everything is happening in the here and now. And for me, there's a lot of theories on Mandela effect. And it just ties into flat Earth and stuff too, because people have some similar theories like simulations and this and that. But for me, there's no old Earth, new Earth. There's no timeline jumping and no time travel. I'm not saying those things can't exist, but that's not what's causing it, because we have residue, because we have incremental changes. I think everything is here in this realm, whatever it is to you, this flat realm, or if you believe it's a globe, whatever, but this realm that we live on. I think that it's here. There's this one existence. We're all here. And I think that our collective thoughts, the Mandela effect, is like a conduit to pass it around. I also think that our memory is not stored in our brain. I think our brain is an antenna.
Okay, so now we're sort of getting into the mechanics of the Mandela effect, right? We're sort of getting into, maybe, obviously none of this can be proven.
No, theory.
Right? This is just all what we think. This is all sort of, and this goes back to that sort of intuitive communication thing that I like to talk about, where we send and receive information through this physical body, which I believe is your antenna. It's your antenna with how you interact with this realm. Before there were computers, before there was the internet, before there was any sort of mass communication, connecting people in different parts of the plane, it's just like you go back and you see that there's pyramid structures on every continent, even Antarctica. Okay, way before we had, these big wires, these big tubes under the ocean connecting the continents to each other, or, anything like that, we had these sort of similar structures popping up in different cultures around the plane, right? So this goes back to that sort of collective consciousness that we talk about. I mean, we all have our own individual thoughts, and we're all individuals, of course. You have your own thought, you have free will, you are you, but at the same time, you're tapped into that EATHER-NET that I like to talk about, the EATHER-NET that connects you to everybody else. So while you are an individual, there is also coexisting this sort of collective consciousness which I think sort of explains why so many people are waking up at the same time, and why, it seems to be snowballing, getting bigger, right? It's because you're waking up, these people are waking up, and then the more people that wake up, what are you doing as the being, as this powerful co-creator of this realm that you are? What are you doing as a being? You are then putting that information out into the ether. You're expelling that information. Other people subconsciously begin to absorb that information. This is my theory. This, obviously I can't prove it. This is my theory. So everybody around you, subconsciously starts to absorb that information. Some people pick up on it. Some people pay attention to it. Other people are just so far gone that they're just like, there's no helping them. And, those are the people that we refer to as the NPCs, right? Because they're just completely zombified, and there's just no hope.
Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, Has God indeed said, You shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. Then the serpent said to the woman, You will not surely die. For God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God.
Then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods,